my first impression of Adrift Campground is that they do not lie, because right there is Arches National Park, and possibly you can even see some of the light shining through a couple of arches. So I mean, that's kind of cool and all. Then over here, don't know if you can make that out, but right in front of that left mountain, farthest left peak, there's a rainbow. Canyonlands Park is off that way. And here's our campsite. It's pretty sweet. We've had a huge storm blow in, which apparently is the first time it's rained in a little while here. But this is kind of spectacular. So there's Arches National Park, which, by the way, those rock formations in front of us are 13 miles away, approximately. But this has been a pretty spectacular rainstorm. And by the way, we're seeing some amazing lightning. We're sitting outside. It's sprinkling every now and then. But for the most part, we're not getting wet. And by the way, it's 95 degrees and the relative humidity is about 15%. So even when it does rain on you, it dries almost instantly, which is pretty awesome after yesterday's 120 degrees that you saw from our Lake Powell video.
Hi everybody, we just finished a little drive-through of Arches National Park. Now, we didn't really plan to do much in Arches this trip because we were here 6 years ago.
No, so we're here to visit one of my friends from college and go to Canyonlands National Park.
All right, well, you always know that if there's a winery, we will find it. And the Castle Creek Winery is here at Red Cliffs Ranch. And it is the first winery in Utah. And it is in this beautiful Red Cliffs area of the Colorado River. So that's the river right down there below. You see some people rafting and tubing. Here's the ranch. They have trail rides, cabins, cottages, teepees. Looks like a beautiful resort. And wow, this setting is just stunning. All right, we are at Adrift Adventures here in Moab to go out and do a rafting excursion. Super excited. Something we've never done before on rougher water. This is going to be part flat water, part class 1 and 2 rapids, I believe. So we'll see.
It did feel good.
Tell us about the class 4 rapid, Michelle.
Oh my god, I'm holding on for dear life. It's pulling on me. It's going for it. It's so scary. Oh my god.
You're gonna see the water behind you when it's not.
And then he's a reality check. He's a fun killer. Good morning.
Hello everybody, we are at Canyonlands National Park. As you can well see, I gotta put my sunglasses on.
I don't know, it's too bright.
And we're getting a little late start this morning because we had a little bit too much fun at the campsite last night.
There's no such thing as too much fun.
Well, it's true.
But a big thanks to our friends Benita and Michael for hanging out with us for the last few days. It's been nice to just visit.
Yeah. So today we only have really one day in Canyonlands National Park, so we're kind of doing a drive-by national park sighting.
You know what we're doing? We're like testing Canyonlands for when we come back.
For when we come back the next time.
I mean, that's really the way you gotta look at it.
So we're kind of doing the tourist version of Canyonlands today, not the hiker version that we would normally want to do.
Yeah.
And so let's see what trouble we can find here in Canyonlands National Park. I
So
got a full
far-
tank of gas.
So far, the scenery is amazing, and we are obviously just getting to the entrance of the national park, so it's exciting.
Oh, we have decided on 2 short, easy hikes here in Canyonlands. The first one, as you can see, is Grand Viewpoint. Seems like a good place to go. It is 1 mile out and then 1 mile back with a small amount of elevation change. And the temperatures have actually gone down since we've come in the park because of our elevation changes. We're at about 6,000 feet and the canyon floor is more than 1,000 feet below us. And I would say, yes, this viewpoint is pretty grand. Holy cow.
Oh, people.
This is Grand Canyon views.
Oh, wow.
And the best thing is, this is one of the most crowded places in the park. And look, hardly any people at all.
It's still early in the morning, but I think it's because when you come to this area in Moab, a lot of people go to the Arches, it's easy, and this is another 30 minutes just to get to the entrance.
Right.
So for some people, it may not be what they plan to do or have time for.
What I love down there is seeing the trails.
Yeah.
It's available for off-road 4x4 vehicles, and then there are also actual trails down there. So that's all very interesting. So here is the start of our trail. We don't have a lot of elevation change on this trail, so I'm not too concerned about the steps here at the beginning, but it is an out and back, so we will have to come back up them. We just learned from one of the information signs that this platform that's below us with the white rim is 1,400 feet down, and then into the deeper canyon is another 400 to 600 feet. So by the way, we've taken some amazing views of the canyon where we're walking, These are pretty stunning too, just below the rim. And when your trail is just a solid slab of rock like this, you have to kind of look for other features and clues. There have been some cairns stacked up to kind of show you which way you're going. And then obviously here, the cut stairs are a good giveaway. It's like our own little arch tunnel back in there. All right, we're gonna play our favorite hiking game. Where is Michelle? Can you find her? No, she's not down there, silly. She's all the way up here on the rim. Let's go find her. By the way, this trail is not always this close to the edge, but it often is. And well, I mean, it's just kind of a big rock area, so you can kind of walk wherever you want, technically. Yikes. Michelle, you're a woman on the edge.
I'm always, that's how you live life, right?
So as I mentioned, we're following the cairns. A lot of rock scrambling and moving around however you want. But the cairns are leading the way. But I'm pretty sure that was the last one, because I think we have run out of trail.
You think?
I don't think the trail is going to go further because none of our steps have been that big so far. Here we are at the Grand View. There it is behind us. It's pretty spectacular. It's a nice little hike. It's about 80 degrees when we started walking, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it is now.
About 9:30 in the morning.
The clouds are helping a lot,
Yes.
but you can see I'm starting to squint because the sun made an appearance. Oh, and there's a little critter running around.
There's a little critter coming in with no tail. I don't know what he is. We have no food for you. Sorry.
Poor guy. All right, so anyway, we're so easily distracted. It's
Squirrel.
the most important. It's all we've had for wildlife. I mean, we unfortunately haven't seen a lot of wildlife yet. A lot of deer and squirrels and bunnies. So
Yep. So we're gonna walk around this big rock. By the way, some people are climbing up to the top of this thing. I don't foresee that the view is any better.
well, and here I'm out of energy today. That's just it. I'm out of energy, so we're gonna save what little energy we have to do a few more small hikes. And it's a rim trail and it's a mile, but it's a lot of up and down, just like most rims are. But there's quite a few stairs overall that we had to go up and down. And,
Some
and
rock hopping.
They're steep stairs.
Yeah, the stairs are like giant steps.
So yeah, that's about all I can do is drink my water and get back to the car.
So we walked around the big rock rather than over it. The only real advantage to being up there is that you would have a 360 view of the mesa that we're on and all the canyon around us.
Wow. It's more than your eyes can see.
It is. I just know that the camera's not capturing everything that's amazing about this. By the way, we found out if you see down in the canyon, that one lone spire sticking up, or monument, they call that the totem pole. It's 305 feet tall, so it's about a 30-story building, and it's the tallest monument in the canyon.
But it looks shorter than other ones from here.
You know, the perspective always throws that. So off in the horizon, just below that mountain range, you can see another fen of rocks and spires. That section is called the Needles section of the park. It's on the other side of the river. And there's no access to that section of the park from here. So we would have to leave the park, drive about an hour and a half around the canyon, and then make another entrance that comes into the Needles area. So if you're going from Moab, it was about a 30-minute drive to the park entrance here, about another 30-minute drive to where we are at the end of the road. But from Moab, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to the Needles section.
are now over the edge.
Yes, I am.
Yep, we are entering into Willow Flat Campground. Right now all the campgrounds are closed, but we always love to take an opportunity to go in and just check out the campground, because if we want to come back, when we come back, we'll know what the campground looks like.
Now this is all tent camping only, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you could do a camper van or a
Possibly.
Class C.
I mean, it's paved. They're paved sites.
Possibly a small trail.
No amenities. But if you're set for boondocking, that would be nice.
Looks like most of them have a fire pit and these really nice picnic.
A covered picnic area. Nice picnic table. Some vault toilets. I think the biggest draw for camping here is one, you can, there's a great sunrise view real close to us at Mesa Arch. So that'd be a great one this would be a great place to stay and then go over and see the arch.
And you could probably hike or bike, because the road biking here would be great.
And that's it. We're out of the campground. That one's pretty small.
All right, we're on our second hike of the day. This is a short little 1 mile loop out.
Actually, no, it's only a half mile.
Oh, I thought it was a half mile. Oh, that's right, because I thought it was a half mile out and back.
Yeah.
But it's actually a half mile loop to
Mesa Arch.
Mesa Arch, with a view of a couple other arches, it said. This is supposed to be a great sunrise spot.
So if you're camping at that campground.
Obviously, we missed that. And the trail's got some nice description signs here, where you can, tells you what some of the plants and native things we're seeing are. So that's kind of neat too.
Davey's quickly pit.
So we're here at the Mesa Arch. And as you can see, this area is kind of congested. It's really the most people we've seen today. But this one, you can walk right up to it. So we're looking through the Mesa Arch right now. So there is the arch again in the distance, right on the near horizon, the canyon behind.
And it is a loop, but it's interesting because I don't think a lot of people realize it or notice the cairns that take you on the other side of.
So from the arch right in front of us, the trail goes off to the left. That's the way we came in from. So if you're doing this loop, actually I would recommend making that left fork.
Yeah, I think that would be good. One, there wasn't as many people. This, you walk up to this point and you get it, but I kind of like the surprise. You do have to remember to stop and look back. I think that's important if you come this way.
So we do want to point out that what we were just saying about walking on the rocky areas really applies to just the rock areas, because obviously the desert crust here is a pretty fragile ecosystem in and of itself.
Fragile!
And you see these footprints where people have gone off trail in this and broken through that crust, and that can be quite hazardous for the wildlife.
It certainly impacts it, because whatever you had on the bottom of your shoes from wherever you came is now going down into that soil. So,
well, and this crust takes years and years to form.
And we strongly believe in the leave no trace philosophy. So, just, walk on the rocks.
Here, it's clear trail, and I think it should look pretty obvious to most people that you should stay on the trail and not go off into this desert, because, well, first of all, there's creepy crawlies that are venomous that might not like seeing you in their neighborhood.
And the best way to not see snakes is keep your hands and feet on the trail.
Yes.